Hi everyone. So we are going to discuss today network security versus cyber security. Okay, so basically both fields are related to each other. Okay, and if you try to understand little bit more, you will come to know they all both network security and cyber security they both belong to information security. Okay, so let's take a big picture. So network security is basically to configure routers, switches, firewalls, and some other devices in networking like AAA server or maybe some other IPS, IDS. There are a lot of devices in the market. Okay, so let me share. Okay, so as a network security engineer, you have to configure the routers, the switches, the firewalls, okay, and some other network devices like you may have to configure a device called AAA, which is like authentication, authorization, and accounting server. Okay, which is Cisco ICE is a product which, as a network security engineer, we have to learn. And then there is email security appliance, ESA. Then there is a device called a web security appliance, WSA. And as a network security engineer, you have to now learn cloud security concepts also. Like there is a company called Zscaler who is going very pretty well. Means you have to. Okay, so now if we see like as a network security engineer, so let's consider you will become network security engineer one day. Okay, so what you all have to do? First of all, you have to check access control. So what is access control? Like you have to give permission to user that what type of authentication, what type of authorization, and accounting also what they are exactly doing in their network. So basically any kind of permission, whether it is a bandwidth permission or you want the user to access the company network or not, means any type of access control, you are going to be the like this is going to be your key responsibility. Then as a network security engineer, you have to learn firewalls like ASA firewall from Cisco, FTD firewall from Cisco. So ASA and FTD both are Cisco firewalls. And then maybe you have to learn Palo Alto, FortiGate, Checkpoint. So these are different companies, and many companies are using like Palo Alto. Some companies are using FortiGate. Some companies are using Checkpoint. So as a network security engineer, you do not have to stick yourself in one firewall. So according to the time, you have to learn multiple firewalls because maybe the next company is going to use Palo Alto. Maybe the next company is going to use Checkpoint. Okay, so means the more firewalls you are going to learn, the more like you have very good resume in comparison to the normal market. Okay, so it means we have to learn multiple things. Okay, so after that, this is intrusion prevention system and detection system. This is related to network based attacks. Okay, so intrusion detection system and prevention system, basically these are like like network devices which prevent you from malwares, from suspicious activities that people are not attacking your company. So firewalls also protect, but firewall do not check the packet inspection. Okay, what is going inside the packet? Normal firewalls cannot do, like ASA firewall cannot do the IPS and IDS. But if you check Palo Alto, FortiGate, Checkpoint, or FTD, so these firewalls are called the next generation firewalls. Okay, next generation firewalls. So NGFW. So these firewalls already have IPS, IDS inside their firewall. Means in the older days, okay, like when you use ASA firewall, so you have to use IPS, IDS separately. But nowadays, firewalls come with inbuilt IPS, IDS functionality to protect your company from suspicious activities and malwares. Okay, so the first, remember, as a network security engineer, you have to manage the access control of your company. Okay, by giving the permissions to the users. Then you have to learn the firewalls, what to block, what to permit in your company. And to learn firewalls, if you have to start with CCNA, CCNP with ACL concept, because this is very important. Okay, to learn firewalls, you should be very good at basic ACL, that how ACL work. And The last thing you have to learn about virtual private networks, that if you have office in Delhi and you have office in Mumbai, or maybe you have office in New York, or maybe you want to connect with another city. So when city to city or country to country, if you want to connect your head office and branch office over the internet, so internet is not secure. So if you transfer data from Delhi to Mumbai, anybody can attack, anybody can see what is going inside. Okay, what, because internet is vulnerable. So that's why we need to use some security technologies or some kind of VPN tunnels. There is a protocol called IPsec, which is very famous to create Delhi to Mumbai, okay, site to site VPN. Okay, so this is called site to site VPN. So when you connect your head office with the branch offices, and when your company employees are doing work from home and they are connecting the VPN in their office, that is called remote site VPN. Okay, that a user is remotely, and from the remote he is going to connect in the company network. Okay, so VPNs, as a network security engineer, you have to configure VPNs also. Okay, so this is what we call, these are the key responsibilities. And after this network security knowledge, you can apply any position like network security engineer, administrator, network security consultant after 7-8 years. Okay, network security compliance engineer, operations engineer, intrusion detection system engineer, VPN engineer, network access control engineer, WAF engineer, which is web application firewall. Okay, security information and event manager. And if you get a job in related to cloud, so in a cloud you will be getting like IAM, identity and access management. Okay, means also if you learn some cloud knowledge like AWS or Azure, then you can become a network security or cloud security network engineer or a cloud security engineer. So if you do not get into network security, these are the roles. Like after CCNA, CCNP, you can get into network engineer, operation engineer, design engineer, planning engineer. You can take a screenshot and search on job portals for these positions and apply accordingly. Okay, if you are good at wireless, you can become a wireless network engineer. Okay, so these are just the names. Okay, any company can give you any position. So mostly they are going to work on the similar concepts what you learn in CCNA, CCNP. And when you learn into CCNP, security or firewall, okay, so these are the things. Okay, so what is the roadmap to become a network security? So I'm sure most of you, those who are watching video, so maybe either you have not started or maybe you are on the CCNA level. Okay, or maybe maximum you are on CCNP level, because if you already learning Palo Alto video, so I'm sure you already know your career path. So this is the first step. People start with CCNA, CCNP. And after that, now it is your choice. You want to learn Cisco security or not. So because many people learn CCNP security also, because Cisco is very good in security, but not in firewalls, because in firewalls, Palo Alto is number one in the market. Checkpoint is number two, and FortiGate firewall is like number two or number three. So they always have fight between Palo Alto, Checkpoint, and FortiGate, which is best. So once you learn CCNA, CCNP, and then you can have additional CCNP data center or security. So because in data center also you need a security, and CCNP security will teach you a lot of technologies like email security appliance, web security appliance, Cisco ICE, identity service engine. Okay. And like more of other security, like Cisco has a new called Cisco umbrella. Okay. Means a lot of technologies Cisco also have. But if company do not use these, because more 70 to 80% of routing switching market is already on Cisco. Okay, like routing switching, 60, like almost 70, you can say. So almost 70% market is already taken by Cisco. But in security, Cisco is maybe parting, giving like 20 to 30% of the market. So that's why I'm telling you. So in security, Cisco is not hash one. So there are other players like firewalls or checkpoint or other technologies. Even the cloud security, which is Zscaler, also has a good market nowadays. Okay. So as a network security engineer, you can't say that I only want to learn CCNA, CCNP or firewall. So maybe when you go for interview, they will ask you, okay, do you know about AAA? Okay, do you know about ICE? Okay, it totally depends on the job profile you are applying. So, but this is the career path. So maybe you can learn CCNA, CCNP firewall first, and then afterwards, then after a few months, then you can go for CCNP security or maybe data center. Okay, and after that you can learn SD-WAN. Okay, which is predominantly like it's going very good in the market. And after that, some network automation like Python for network engineers, which will teach you the basic 10 to 20% of coding, not more than that. Because in networking, the Python is like 10 or 20% maximum. You do not have to learn coding to like the people, the software engineers learn Python. Okay. So we just have to understand the code. Okay. We do not have to write the code. We need to understand the scripting. So we just have to learn 10-20% of Python in these, but specific to the network engineers. And after that, you can learn load balancer. Like in company, if you have multiple servers, so you have to create some rules in the F5. F5 is a device load balancer. So that India traffic will go to first server, Mumbai traffic will go to second server. Okay, Chennai traffic means. So it depends on the state, depends on the country. You are going to load balance the company traffic with the F5 LTM, local traffic manager. So this is also part of network in the real world. And in future, you can go for CCI security or CCI enterprise. And this is not the end. After that, you can go for Azure security, AWS security. Okay, means you can learn about security certifications of Azure and AWS. So it's a big journey, guys. And an average network security engineer with around 4 to 5 years of experience is obviously more than 20 lakhs in India. Okay. So people are having like 50 lakhs, 70 lakhs also with the 10 years, 15 years of industry experience also right now in 2023. And it will keep increasing because the network traffic is increasing. And security is a evergreen field for people, those who want to get into network security. Okay. So still, if you see this roadmap, maybe it will take like 2 to 3 years to get into, to learn all these courses and all. Okay. Maybe you have to spend at least 2 years to learn all these technologies. So this is the roadmap. At least you know your career path now. And I will keep updating this career path after 3 months, 6 months. But trust me, within, even if you follow this, so this going to be work for you for next 4 or 5 years for sure. Because, but yes, you have to learn cloud security things like AWS security, Azure security. So can you learn after CCNA, CCNP, the cloud securities? Yes, you can learn. But till the time you do not know firewalls, then you can't deploy the firewall in a cloud also. Okay. So that's the logic. So you can go for NA, NP, and then it is your choice like CCNP security or data center, but firewalls is must. And once you get a network security job, then further you can come back and learn Cisco products. You can learn about some data center. You learn about SD-WAN. Okay. Then once you have very good base in the network industry, then when you become network specialist or network consultant in your company after like working for 2, 3 years, then maybe you can further plan for CCI or maybe other advanced courses in the market. So this is network security. It's definitely a good domain. Now people think that cyber security, just 5 minutes more, guys. And don't ask me these questions. AWS is better or Azure is better. Both are, you can't answer like Ferrari is good or Lamborghini. Everyone has their own choices. I hope you got my answer, right? So both are supercars, right? Even if you get it for free, you will take anyone, right? So consider Azure, AWS, both are predominantly like eating up the market. Like most of Indian customers are using Azure and most of American customers are using AWS. This is what I can tell you. Okay. Like Apple is using AWS. Okay. And Apple or Netflix. Okay. These big companies are using AWS. But a company like TCS or company like HCL, they are on Azure because India trusts Microsoft more. I don't know why, but it's there in our blood because we started learning computer from Windows. Okay, so we are loyal to Bill Gates. Okay, so got it. So cyber security is a broad term. It's like whether it is a computer network, okay, whether it is a computer network, you have to protect your data, you have to protect your information from attackers. You need to learn about a lot of threats. You have to learn about the complete cyberspace. So means you have to learn everything. Cyber security itself a big, big domain. So do you know network security is also a part of cyber security? So cyber security, so network security engineers are also part of cyber security. So to learn cyber security, like you have to learn about a lot of things. Okay. In cyber security, you can choose your domain into network security. You can choose a domain in network security, or you can go into application security where you need to test mobile applications. You need to check vulnerabilities, problems in the mobile applications so that people do not attack. Okay, code exploitation, that code is okay or not, or somebody will be attacking. Okay, so some kind of attacks, you have to keep checking the applications in your company websites. So this is called application security or web security, cyber security, you can say. Then we have data security. We have to protect our company data from unauthorized access, from alteration of data, modification of data, or we need to protect our company with encryption of data, data loss prevention. So then there is another security like to protect our company data, data security. Then incident response, like what is a is there any attack in the company? We need to monitor the attacks also. Okay, so cyber security is a big domain. Okay, and we need to keep checking vulnerabilities. We need to check the cyber threats in the market. Okay, what are the latest threats going on? So means it's a big, big domain. You have to keep learning a lot of things. And you need to learn about networking, Linux, cyber security. Before cyber security, you have to learn about networking up to CCNA level at least. Okay, and you have to learn about Linux, very good. You have to learn about Windows servers in detail because most of the attacks are on Active Directory. You have to learn Linux in very much detail. Okay, so once you are good at Linux, Windows, networking, then you have to learn some Python, not very much detail again, but at least you need to learn Python, some Python or some another Rust. There is another language, Rust, RUST. Okay, a few languages related to cyber security, and then this is where you can say that I'm eligible for cyber security. After this learning, networking, Linux, Windows Server, Python little bit, and little bit Rust you can learn later on also, but with some networking, Linux, Windows Server knowledge and little bit of Python, after learning these things, once you are good at these things, then you can start your learning into other domains like so this is the roadmap. You can start with the Linux. You can start with MCSA like Windows Server. Then you can start with CCNA. So once these three domains you are good, you can start with Python little bit also. And after that, you can go for cyber certified ethical hacking, pen test, which is for penetration testing. Then this is another program, CYSA, for information security auditor. Then this is the after 4 or 5 years of experience, you can get into CSSP, which is Chief Information Security Professional and all. And after that, there are other certifications also like CISM, Chief Information Security Manager, Chief Information Security Auditor. Okay, there are some other like cyber security is so big, even I can't tell you that it has like 100 plus certifications in the market. Do you just, this is the roadmap for cyber security. Okay, so cyber security is not just this, what I'm showing you, but this is the first 2 years. This is how you should spend in cyber security. And after that, there are a lot of things to learn. So cyber security itself a big domain. Now you have to check, you want to get into network security, or you want to get into security architecture and engineering. You want to get into asset security or information security or the security. And these all are certifications. Like you can see there is a certification called in the cyber security, this is CISA, Certified Information System Auditor. Okay. So if you want to get into pen test or maybe other things, then these are PNPT, okay, CPT, okay, lot of other certifications in the market for penetration testing. Okay, so cyber security itself a big domain. Okay, so go to networkings and try checking these videos, what we are teaching in cyber security if you have interest in the cyber security, and keep checking these content. And so that, and also, if you have this question, can I start with the network security and in future I can get into cyber security? So the answer is yes. So once you get into network security, get up to 15, 20 lakhs in India. So after 3, 4, 5 years, then you can slowly move to cloud security or the network security. Oh, sorry, cyber security. So security is required everywhere, right? So these are the initial jobs: cyber security analyst, SOC engineer, security operations center. In networking, there is network operations center. Okay, threat intelligence analyst, security consultant, vulnerability assessment analyst. So after that roadmap, you will be able to apply these kind of jobs. Okay, so so don't get demotivated when you are learning the basic courses, whether you are in CCNA, whether you are in CCNP, whether you are in Linux, whether you are in MCS, because the journey is very big. So you are going to get your dream jobs when you follow the big picture. Are you getting my point, guys? So you need to follow the big picture. If you get demotivated in just by basic courses like whether you are in Linux, whether you are in MCSA, whether you are in CCNA, then you will not be able to get up to that level where you see yourself as the top level engineer or top level cyber security expert, top level network security specialist. If you want that, you are going to have like you are going to manage a team of 100. Okay, so if you are in just looking for a job, then maybe you can just start with basic courses and just get the basic job. But do not stop learning, because the road where you stop learning, you can't reach your destination. Yes or no? If you just stuck yourself here, just imagine, where are you right now till here? If you keep struggling here, you keep struggling here, will you reach this level? And this is just earn up to, it is more beyond that according to your experience. Okay, that we have seen people just by learning CCNP, firewalls, SD-WAN, they are on 50 lakhs also. So this is just the average. I'm saying average, right? If you are in 0.1% top engineers, definitely you will earn more. ओके, तो आपको बस ये याद रखना है कि भाई मैं सिर्फ अभी यहां पर हूं. ओके, आई एम हेयर ओनली. इफ आई एम ओनली हेयर, then why I'm getting demotivated? Because my goal is the bigger goal, right? My goal is bigger. So I have to follow this path, or maybe slightly change. Maybe instead of Palo Alto, you will learn some other courses. But the journey is little more, right? I hope you understand. And when I was into like when I was learning NANP, I do not have in 2011-12, I do not have the clear picture, but I'm sure at least you know your roadmap. At least now the people, like there are a lot of creators, okay, including me, who is helping you to at least follow this roadmap to get up to highest level of your career. Okay, and keep checking the videos on our YouTube channel. Maybe if you are learning from me or not learning from me, you keep checking the content what we create, because I told you that 100% of our trainings are from engineers. And why we always come with engineers? Because when you learn from engineers, they always tell you why, right? How these things. Anybody can teach you OSI model, but nobody will tell you, okay, why OSI model is, why we learn OSI model. Okay, or maybe you can take example if you're learning any topic like OSPF. Anybody can teach OSPF, but nobody will tell you, or hardly people not from the industry can't teach you that why OSPF only, why not other protocols. And when you learn why, actually the why of every topic, that why VLAN is there, okay, why trunk is there. If you start asking why or how questions of every topic, then you will be able to crack interviews. Are you getting my point? Whenever you learn any topic, Don't just learn, because your time is also important. If you keep randomly checking YouTube videos on for any topic, so if you are not getting how or why from that video, then it is like time waste for you. Because at the end of the day, the interviewer is going to ask you how or why. Yes or no? इंटरव्यूअर यही पूछ रहा है ना भाई, टेल मी why OSI model, why OSPF is required, why BGP is required. They are not asking you what is port number, what is ACL full form, what is like OSI model full form. That days are gone, guys. If you want high paid job, you need to follow the right people, right content, because you have limited time. Okay, you have like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years to do something in your career. You can't like achieve these goals in 20 years, right? At that time, technology will change. Okay, so technology is very fast. So you need to be at least more than average to match that technology speed. So if you are not getting in job into network domain, okay, and if you are already like having good salary, then what to do now? So see, whenever you have very high salary, okay, so suppose if you are a guy who are from telecom or any industry, and your salary is already like on 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs, but you are not getting job because you are just learning CCNA, CCNP right now. And you are not able to get the right picture how I will achieve 30, 40 or more salary. So at that time, I would request you all, first of all, become more than average in your domain. If you are from networking, so at least become average in networking. Okay, like if you are in networking, just at least learn CCNA, CCNP, so that you can tell people that yes, I have achieved something in my career. And after that, transition into other fields. Like how about learning after NP firewalls? Learn cloud, because cloud is a new domain. Whenever you are on high salary, you have to switch into new technologies. So not just the learning DevOps, because DevOps is now completely different than network security or networking, but you should learn like CCNA, CCNP firewalls. And after that, you can learn some courses like Azure 104, Azure 500, Azure 700, and you learn on cloud security. And then you can become a cloud architect engineer, because cloud is a new field. तो क्लाउड एक नई फील्ड है ना, तो अगर सैलरी ज्यादा और अगर आपने क्लाउड सीख लिया तो चांसेस है आपको ज्यादा ही सैलरी मिलेगा. If you are in the old domain, okay, like networking, network security is not, it's already there in the market. New technologies are coming, but cloud security and cyber security is on the boom right now. If anybody learn these things, so if they are all already on high salaries, they can definitely get more salaries in those domains. Okay, but I'm not saying that network security has no future. Okay, because getting a job in cyber security up to like 20, 30 lakhs is okay, and getting a job into network security, according to me, in India, I'm talking about India, like it's better to get it's easy to get a job in network security up to 10, 15 lakhs than in cyber security. I'm just telling you, this is my opinion. Maybe some other people will say something different, but this is my opinion. Okay, so I would say like start with the network security and then switch to cyber security. And if you are a fresher, you do not have any challenge, you are in college in third year, second year, then definitely you have time. You can start your career with direct cyber security also by learning Linux, Windows Server, and CCNA. Okay. So these firewalls are not similar in network security. They have different vendor, means they are their GUI, the interface is different, but mostly they do the same work. Some some features are more in Palo Alto, some features are in Checkpoint. Okay, so they have slight difference, but most of the time they are same. Okay, I'm just showing you where the future is going already. So cloud security engineer. Okay, so if you go and see, so Google already has a certification which is called professional cloud security engineer. Are you getting my point? And if you check the content, what exactly you have to learn, I'm just showing you so that you keep getting, this is the exam guide, I think. So because some people get demotivated when they learn CCNA or basic courses. So you can see here that you have to learn this topic. Where we learn this topic, put down in the comments. CCNA or CCNP, right? So if you don't know, that's okay. But these topics like ARP, firewall rules, okay, some kind of basic DNS, okay, about subnetting, okay, about some VPC, which is virtual private network and all. So means most of the concepts are from the previous topics, what you learn in CCNA, CCNP, firewalls. Because if you start learning these courses, you will not be able to understand. Because if anybody is teaching you ACL in Google Cloud, it is definitely difficult to rather than learn in the CCNA type of topics. So the same way, AWS also has the certification, AWS cloud security, and these are the jobs right now in the market. You can see cloud security engineer, AWS cloud security engineer. Okay, and this is last 2 minutes now. Okay, so yeah, so you can see there is a certification from AWS, and that is completely related to, yeah, so you can see here. So once you learn basic AWS, which is this certification, AWS Solution Architect. So once you learn AWS basic, then you can see AWS Advanced Networking, AWS Security. So, and if you keep checking that content that I want to learn networking, this is AWS Certified Advanced Network Specialist. And if you check here, what is written over here? CIDR and subnetting. What is written over here? MPLS. What is written over here? Right? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So we already know, we are from the market. We have worked in industry, and still like almost every trainer in networking are from industry. They already know what is going on. Right? So you can see here DNS protocol. This is route 53, which is a routing table of Amazon, you can say. Okay. So these are public IPs, layer 3, layer 4, layer 7 of the OSI model. Right. I hope you understand. Right. But yes, if you learn directly these courses, this will be challenge for us to understand, because you don't know what is VLAN. You don't know BGP. दिख रहा है content सारा. BGP, VLAN, link aggregation, GRE tunnel, IPsec. This whole content comes from the roadmap, if you remember. The roadmap, if you remember, right? All this. Now I'm practically showing you that my roadmap is like actually what is going on in the industry, right? Agree now? Okay, so this is what you have to do, guys, and it will take time. Okay, it will take time, but yes, the only purpose of this video is to motivate you, so that whenever you join any basic courses, do not just feel demotivated at the time of just 1 or 2 steps, because initially the stairs are like this maybe, but once you learn basic content very well, so then after that stairs are like this. Are you getting my point? So initial steps are crucial. And once you have basic knowledge very good, then further courses are like just piece of a cake for you or a cup of a tea for you. Okay. Thank you all. I hope you got the point. Now you can start into network security, and then you can gradually move into cyber security after 2-3 years. Or if you have option, you can directly start into cyber security. But do not just get into cyber security without knowing cyber security. I would highly recommend you all to check the basic content of cyber security on our channel. Try to watch 5 to 10 hours of content. It's there already on our channel also. Okay, so you can see here if you want to get into cyber security. Okay, so first I would say start learning Linux. And so already there are 11 to 12 hours of Linux content available. Even if you learning network security, I would recommend you to watch this. Okay, Linux 10 hours or 6 to 12 hours of content. After that, I would recommend you to watch MCSA video, which is again available in Hindi and English also we will upload. This is already of around 10 to 12 hours, which will teach you Windows Server. And networking basics already there on our portal. So once you learn these things, then try to check here, do we have ethical hacking video? So we have ethical hacking videos. You can see 11 hours of ethical hacking video. Now you got the point. So just watch 8 hours, 10 hours of Linux, Windows Server, CCNA, and then watch this. You will come to know after 30, 40 hours that you want to make your career in cybersecurity or not. Because do not follow anyone. Do not follow my advice only. Just test on yourself that you will be able to understand the things or not. And then enroll for the programs where you love to. Got the picture? Start with fundamentals. When you feel like, yes, I want to make career in this field, then join those courses so that you will value those courses. Because sometimes people just join by checking 1 or 2 classes, but then after that, they come to know, oh, man, this is so boring, or man, this is like very difficult for me to understand. Okay.